Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you guys the single best prompt to create your own grocery list or custom meal plan. And the beauty of this exact prompt is that it's incredibly simple and even a beginner can use it. All you have to do is simply copy it and paste it into your AI of choice. I prefer to use it with ChatGPT, but it would apply to almost any AI chatbot. So now what I'd recommend doing, obviously you can just go ahead and paste it into a standard chat, or you can go ahead and use custom GPTs. But what I always recommend for these type of prompts specifically is to use ChatGPT's projects mode. So we're going to go ahead and create a new project. Now the reason that I recommend projects mode is simply because of this right here. As we can see, there is a memory feature that labels it as project only. So that keeps everything that we have in this chat confined to this exact project. So let's say we're doing meal plans. We'll go ahead and write that. And everything that we ever type in our meal plans or information or stuff we upload, maybe it's personal information, any memory, any information will stay confined to that chat now because of this memory setting for project only. And it won't actually take information from other chats as well, so it keeps everything confined and organized. That's why I always recommend it for these types of prompts. So, like I said, this prompt is extremely simple, and you can access it by simply getting the, you can copy paste it from the description of this video, or the pinned comment, depending what YouTube allows me to do. And the beauty, like I said, is extremely simple. You just go ahead and you paste it. And what's going to happen is ChatGPT, once we click enter, is simply going to ask us a series of intake questions that I will have to answer one by one. And then it'll actually help us create our specific meal plan or our custom grocery order list or whatever it is we want to do. So for instance, here I say, you are my weekly meal planner plus grocery list builder. Your job is to create a custom 7-day meal plan that's realistic, tasty, and easy to follow. So I'm going to go ahead and click enter, and you'll see exactly how this begins. So, like I said, the whole thing is it's pretty long. That's why it's beneficial for you to just simply copy paste. You can go through it yourself and make little edits if you like. But the whole purpose is that ChatGPT is going to ask us a series of questions, and we'll be able to respond to them. And then because of the way that we respond to it, ChatGPT will be able to build what we need from it because of the prompt that we're using. That's why it's so beginner friendly. It's simply just copy, paste, enter, and you're ready to go. So, for instance, what's the goal? Save money, eat healthier, fat loss, etc. So I'll just say B for now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and answer all of these questions and then come back in a couple minutes because I don't want to make the video redundant and me go through one question at a time. It'll take forever, but I will just skim through them once I've completed. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. So I've gone and responded to each of these questions, and I'll just skim through them with you quickly. So, for instance, what's the goal? To save money. How many people are we cooking for? I just said 2 in the hypothetical situation. Any allergies or restrictions, how much cooking time we have, our cooking style, if we want it to be basic, or, so maybe we like cooking, how much equipment we have, our current budget, how many meals we'd like per day, any macro preference, for instance, I said higher protein in this case, favorite cuisines, I just said Italian, Mexican, and African, any must-include foods. I didn't say anything here. And then how many grocery shopping trips do we want to do a week? And I just said 2 in this case. And now it's actually gone and constructed a full 7-day meal plan for us for 2 people, high protein, 20 to 30 minute cooking with minimal cooking. So simple protein rule, no calorie counting. Aim for 1 to 2 palms of protein per meal. 1 first veg fruit plus 1 cup hand carbs. So I didn't put any extreme parameters on this, but you definitely can. For instance, if you have restrictions or if you want a specific calorie count or you have a specific diet plan, you can even just tell it that you're thinking about doing certain things and you'd like it to act accordingly, and it'll go and follow up with more questions about your current, maybe if you're on a weight loss journey, it'll ask questions about that and help build you a plan that aligns with your goals and how much calories you should or shouldn't be eating. You don't need to know your exact amount. You can simply tell it because this whole prompt is designed to create the most optimal plan for you. I was just very general. So we see here day 1, Greek yogurt parfait, and it just goes to the whole weekly plan of what you can or can't eat, essentially, or what you should eat in this daily planner. And we scroll down, and then we see, the prep plan. So optional, 60 to 90 minute weekly prep. So basically, you cook in advance. So cook rice, big batch, chop weak veggie base, hard-boiled eggs, etc. And it just gives you a full-on plan of how you can approach your meal prep ahead of time so that you don't have to deal with it on a daily basis, essentially. So then you have the recipes, which you can go ahead and copy-paste immediately. So for instance, chicken breast or thighs, and it gives you the exact amounts and what you will be needing in your grocery orders. So let's scroll down. It does it for each day, which is phenomenal. And finally, the grocery list. So when you're going to do the groceries, you just have your full-on list, which helps you just stay organized and do this quickly, as opposed to, you know, having to write it down all yourself. So you can go through your weekly plan, is what I would do. I'd go through each of these days and make sure it's something I like. If it's something I didn't, I would tell it, and it would immediately adjust our grocery list, and we'll have the exact things that we need when we actually go grocery shopping. So as we can see here, produce, proteins, it's aligned in a way to even make it easier for you when you're shopping. So as you can see here, produce, you would go into the produce section and get all of this done in one go. The proteins all in one go, the carbs, and everything. So, you know, it just helps you speed up your grocery time, or at least your grocery shopping time. And then finally, budget swaps. Buy chicken thighs instead of breasts. Use frozen peppers instead of onions if chopping is annoying. Use canned fish for quick lunches. And if you can only buy 10 things, then it goes and gives you a recommendation. If you want, I can also turn this into a repeatable week A, week B rotation, so you never have to think about meals again. So it's that simple. Obviously, this was a very general example. I just wanted to show you guys exactly how you can use it. And basically, just copy the prompt from the description of the video, paste it into whatever AI, ideally ChatGPT projects mode, and go from there, answer the intake questions as detailed as possible, and you'll be good to go, and you'll be able to have your own personal grocery list planner and weekly meal planner. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.